Hey Vic, how are you? Good day. I hope it was a good day for me. I think people are starting to come in. Mary, hello. How are you? I hope you had a good day. Good day spy finished up what? How much today? Finished up $1.26. Not bad. Not bad. Efrain, how are you? Good afternoon, good evening. What time is it there anyway? I think it's late at night for you or early morning. See, we have Hey, today was like a big Italian holiday, Cosa Nostra, right? I forget what day it was. Yeah. Yes, 1:36 in California. Right. Yes. 3 hours earlier. What part of California, Mary? I am in Southwest Florida, downtown. Hopefully not downtown LA. Right. I flew into LAX about 4 days after the Rodney King riots. I still remember flying in over the city and I could see fires burning in different parts of the city. But I was going down to Anaheim, so I got my rental car and hopped on the 405 and was in Anaheim in probably 40 minutes after I landed. I think I flew in like 11:30 at night. Yeah. BB, please, is doing well. Yeah, let's take a look at it. BB. All right. Blackberry. Yes, I bought some Blackberry yesterday. Yeah. And it was up nicely today, 6%. So let's just zoom out on it. What's the probability of this continuing? I would say it's probably pretty good. You know, um, I mean, it has been a nice climb. Started back in the beginning of April when it was 305, and now it closed at 10:32 today. So, yeah, this is doing great. You know, no complaints about it. Um, it just, yeah, I'm happy with it. I had a lot of stocks perform really well for me today. Um, some not so well, especially Google. But I think Google closed at what 358. I do expect it. I was going back. I expected to go actually a little bit lower, which is not what a lot of people want to hear. But I expected to go down to a little under 350 and probably bounce. Right, that would put it about 18%, and that's typically when it goes down. It typically goes down about 15 to 18%. I thought it started at $6. Did you say three? If I look back at BlackBerry here, where did it start its run? It was at 305, back on April the 30th, right? And then they had earnings, and then earnings, it wasn't it wasn't a dramatic jump on earnings, but and what's the reason? What's the reason for this anyway? All right. Hey, Courtney, how are you? Let's find out what is the reason. All right. So um, let's just do some checking here because I still don't know why BlackBerry is moving up. All right. Find out. Okay. Did they reposition themselves as an AI play or something? All right. Not a real, okay. It's driven by real business momentum and its pivot to high margin software. QNX, BlackBerry's QNX is the leading real-time operating system for safety critical systems. It's embedded over 250 million vehicles worldwide. Okay. Aha. Okay. Strong earnings. QNX is expanding into physical AI and robotics. Key high. Okay. All right. I got FedRAMP certification. All right. So, well, I guess that's all pretty new. Okay. Recent recent quarterly QNX revenue hit 70.78 million. All right. Up 20% year over year with a strong loyalty backlog. Right. Well, that's interesting, but you know, funny that it would just come out of nowhere. Because if you could look back at the 3 year chart, BlackBerry has been just what a couple of years ago was at 4, then it was down to 2, then it was down, then it was down to 314 here before it's at the bottom before it started its run up. And listen, they've had earnings before and it went down. What, 5 cent per share earnings and it went down 6 cents and it went up. But there must have been, they must have had some really good revenue numbers. In Q4 fiscal year 2026, reported April, BlackBerry beat expectations. All right. Wait a minute. In Q4 fiscal year 2026. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So they had really good earnings. All right. So that explains it. Well, good for BlackBerry. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, by the way, BRCHF was actually up today. I think I'm actually positive now in BRCHF. Where does that stand? Oh yeah, I was actually down. It was up 5.5% today. So on my $3,100 buy, I'm actually up $242 now. So hopefully this will continue. Hopefully we'll get to see. I want to see some big jumps. I want to see 20-30% jump. That's what I want to see. Okay. So, all right. Yes. All right. Marvell. Yes, Marvell. Awful day today. I'm sorry to hear that. Similar reason for Marvell. Jensen talked about BB and then okay, yeah, great. Okay. Um, yeah. Yeah, listen, downtown Mary, I have been all over California, even though I'm an East Coast person. I did business for years all over California. Marin County, San Francisco, Oakland, LA, downtown LA, San Diego, you name it, Anaheim. Most of my time was spent in Anaheim, though. Okay, so, all right, yeah, my penny stock. Yeah, it's a penny stock. Okay, Marvell did great today. All right. If I look back at some of my winners today, my biggest winners were wow. AEHR was one of my big winners today. Marvell was great. Coherent was great. HP Enterprise Services, HPE was good. Celestica, CLS, CIEN, ASML was up nicely. MDB, MongoDB, Credo, Dell, CrowdStrike, ARM. Uh, yeah, okay. It was a good day all around. Okay. And Chippy, CHPY, was up 5% today. TQQQ was up. LRCX was up 5%. INFQ, which somebody turned me on to here, I bought into that. That was up 10% today. Taiwan Semiconductor, I got the 2X. That was up 5.4%. So that was a nice day. Right? Yeah, Palantir was down today. Right? It was down 5%. But I'm going to hang on to it. I think it was a hiccup. Seriously, you know, Palantir is still got the momentum. Let's just take a look at the 20-day chart. I mean, it had some. Let's just zoom out here. It started moving, then it went down, and then it like zoomed up and it's back down. But I've decided I'm in it long, right? Palantir is going to come back, right? It's just there's just no doubt in my mind, right? So I'm waiting for Google to come back, but I think it's going to go lower before it bounces. I think it's going to bounce off its 50-day line. That's what I think. Right? So if I pull up like the 1 year chart for Google, that's 25. I think it's going to bounce off its 50-day. Right? It never gets down to it never gets down to its 200-day, right? But I think it's going to bounce off this white line. That's what I think. Now it's going below its 50 before, but we'll see, right? We'll see. It's just it's too big, you know. And then of course they had to release the news that they're issuing more shares. How many billions of dollars worth? 15 billion. Okay, Alphabet's $15 billion equity deal, right? So, but the good news is that they're issuing it because what's the Oracle of Omaha is buying in, right? I don't know how many billions of dollars worth of shares. So it'll all pay off in the long run. AI is a moneymaker. So, what do we have on the list here? All right. Not many. It's been quiet today. All right. I see GQS guys. Join Fix, join Courtney's in. All right. Johnny Be Good. Stu Pal. I see. Denver. Not a lot of questions today. I think everybody's kind of really happy with the way the market went. In terms of in terms of numbers, like SPY hit a high of 760. I would expect it to just keep on trucking. There's no reason to expect any kind of crash soon. The only thing that could upset things is if whatever's going on in Iran kind of rears its ugly head. Yes, I went out and got like a giant soda at the local gas station. Had to run some errands this afternoon. Dragged me away from the keyboard for a bit. Yeah, there is life out there. There's a world outside the house. Okay. You got LAC. You asked me about LAC yesterday, right? Okay. Yeah, Lithium America Corporation. Okay, great. Right. Yeah, I'm in LAC. I'm in a couple lithiums. Right. I don't think LAC was one of my lithiums, was it? Or maybe it was. They have so many windows on the screen. It's hard to find them. But hey, it was up nicely today. It was up 4% today. Right. So this is great. Right. Like I said the other day, the growth in lithium stocks is not going to come from within the United States. It's going to come from South America, India, and China. European countries. INTC. Um, I am beginning to think that the INTC, you know, chip, has potentially sailed, right? Um, and that's why I didn't list it as one of my top chip suppliers for 2026 for the balance of 2026. You you can see it's had, one, two, three. This was a down day. Closed. This was break even. That was down, down again. So down, down. That was a down day. This was break even. That was a down day. So, what, 4 out of the last 5 days, Intel has been down, right? And AMD has been doing much better. AMD was actually up 2.25% today. NVIDIA, of course, NVIDIA. It does its own thing. So basically, it was flat today from where it was yesterday. What, and that's a that's a win for NVIDIA, right? So it was up, you know, what, one, two, three out of the last 4 days. Right? So I think that's good for NVIDIA, and it's holding up above, 200, which it struggled with for a long time. I mean, if we look back, you know, prior to this run up to 240, and then this dip down and it moved back up, it was struggling to get to 200. See back here, look at 162, and then it ran up 214, dropped, and then it got itself back up over 200. But for the longest time, literally months, we were going sideways since, I mean, probably further back than this. Um, I mean, look at we were in the doldrums here, with Nvidia. It was finding support at like 169, and it was getting resistance at like 194. It would run up and down, and then finally, it's finally taken off. So, but you still need to put in perspective the fact that Nvidia started the year at around 135 1 year ago, and now it is 222. Right? You're looking at a 40% increase in 1 year, and Nvidia has been doing 35 to 40% year over year. So it's really good. SPCE. You know, I I backed off on SPCE today because it dropped so much, and I was thinking about it earlier, right? Like what went on with SPCE today? So if you really take a look at SPCE, right, it's had a really strong run up. So a big pullback in the face of the fact that all of the other uh, space, providers have been getting hammered since the Blue Horizon explosion on the launch pad last Thursday. This doesn't come as a shock to me, all right? It was disappointing, but I bailed out. I bailed out like when I think I got down to like 575 today. I forget where I bailed out at, right? But I did bail out today. I I got tired of seeing it drop. We can find out for sure. So I bailed out. I sold 100 shares I had at 579. Right? And, uh, yeah, and technically, I was in and out a bunch of times, but I think I had a small loss on it. Right? Maybe a big loss. Let's see. Well, we'll find out. Yeah, $172. Right. So I'm just waiting. I'll get back in if it moves back up. All right. I was still up for the day, but this one did kind of suck, especially since we've had such great movement on this stock. All right. I should have gotten in, much earlier, when you first raised the alert on it. But hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it. especially especially coming off a killer day with Chippy, and a bunch of other stocks like TQQQ, LRCX, INFQ, Taiwan Semiconductor was up. I did buy QTUM, the ETF, which was up 2.23%. I bought a couple of quantum stocks. I'm just going to hang on to them all. Okay, so what are we looking at here? You got into more SIDU. Yeah. So Intel, uh, the jury's out on Intel. All right, and I'll do these other ones in a minute here. I just think I just think the jury's out on Intel, whether it's going to, you know, if you had asked me 6 months ago if Intel would have ever been like over $100 a share, I would have laughed. Because Intel was like the red-haired stepchild for years. It just, I mean, look at the 5-year chart on Intel. It just it just couldn't get out of its own way. It just traded, at like 33, $35 a share, and it's down to $17 a share. You can see all these trades that I've done on Intel, like over time. You know, I mean, I'm buying Intel like last April, at 300 shares, 600 shares. I I don't know if I forget if I made some money on it. I believe I did, but then they dropped. So but it's who knows what's going to happen with Intel? Like I said, all the research I did, um, the everything I got back said Nvidia is going to be the winner this year. Nvidia and who else was it? I actually forget. Let me go take a look. Take a peek. Call me. I can wait a few minutes here. Give me a second. What was my what did my research say? It would be Nvidia and AMD would be the winners, right, for the balance of 2026. Right? They had the biggest chance of having rises. Intel, they were saying, you know, 128 to 138, maybe 7 to 15%, but clearly Nvidia and AMD, based on a lot of factors, look poised to be the best, right? So, like I said, AMD was up 2.5% today, or 2.25%. Okay, so back to your list. Let me let's, some of these other screens so I can see what's going on. So, Credo. All right, let's do Credo. IREN, MDA. MDA. No one's asked about MDA in a long time. DRNZ. Yeah, I don't know what DRNZ is. Mood? Okay. We also check Moog, Moog, right? Avgo. Marvell. Oh, Marvell kicked butt today. Bloom Energy. I actually made a little bit of money on Bloom Energy today. Hey, wait a minute. Does Avgo have earnings today? Does it? We probably know by now. When are Avgo earnings? Wasn't this afternoon. Okay. I don't have any Avgo shares. Even though I made money on Avgo today, I should go out and buy some. Give me a second. I want to go buy some Avgo shares. Yeah, finished strong. It was up 4% today, and then I sold, took profits. Let me just go out and buy some here. Avgo always trades tight. There's such a market for it. So, what are Avgo earnings tomorrow or something? Right? I can find out real fast. Tomorrow, okay. Earnings in one day. Okay. Yeah. Man, what a stock. Look at this thing. Except for this, except for this dip right here. But it came roaring back. All right. Yeah. It just looks really strong. These record earnings like crazy. All right. These are nice earnings too. Big numbers. 65%. Yeah, look at this. Up from 2025, $6.82 share, up to 11.27, up to 18.38. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it should be an exciting day for Avgo tomorrow. All right. Big, big. Nobody's shorting it. Short interest. 1.1%. No one is shorting Avgo. Okay. All right. That's funny. All right. So Credo. Let's take a look at Credo. All right. Credo was up a little bit today, which is nice. Okay. 1.28%. Change another screen so I can get a big picture on the other screen so I don't have to do it on the screen you folks are watching here. Yeah, aside from this big dip that we had yesterday on Credo, it came roaring back today. Wasn't back up to its high of 250, but it made up some really nice ground. Man, if you had bought in after hours yesterday, yeah, the earnings drove it down. Look at man, it came right back. That's right. Earnings drove it down from what? It was trading at 205, 250. It dropped all the way down to like 200, all right? And closed today at 227, 229. This is good. Man, you can tell it's a strong company that comes back just like that, all right? That's right, because they had a double beat. They beat earnings and they beat something else, but I think their operating expenses were a little bit higher than they had forecast. All right, so all right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, George. Yeah, I see it's Wednesday. Okay, so Credo looks good. Right. Um, Second, I want to check something else here. Some days I sell in the afternoon. All right, I'm not holding any shares on Credo right now. I'm going to go buy some. It's such a nice day today. I read. Yeah, what did I read do today? Okay, so Iran was up a little bit today. All right. Um, I mean, this looks good. All right. It's certainly it is certainly moving in the right directions. It, Man, okay, so it hit a high. It hit a high this morning, right, of 69.57, and then backpedaled, right. But it's up a little bit after hours, which is really nice. Okay, definitely looks good. MDA. What the heck is MDA? I know I've seen this ticker before. Oh, That's not Moderna. MDA. It's MDA Space Limited. All right. I'm not familiar with the company, but I don't like their chart. Okay. All right. Um, they have bad earnings or something. If I zoom out here, let's just do 180 days. Right. They climbed really nice, but they've been falling. For the past 3 days. I'm not sure why. I don't know what they do. Right. Let's find out what they do, and let's do a little deep dive into them. Okay. So MDA. All right. Develops design satellite systems. Oh, they're part of satellite. Okay. All right. So this is why they've been dropping. They're just part of satellite, right? Space. So it's not surprising that they've had they've had a couple down days. They did eke out like a 1% gain today, right? Even even Rocket Lab started to move up in the afternoon. So they just were a victim of the explosion by Blue Horizon. I think that's what it's called, right? Blue Horizon. Uh, Jeff Bezos rocket that looks like a penis. I mean, all right. So yeah, all right. So they just got hammered by that last week, right? Understandable. So hey, the fact that they're coming back already looks good. I mean, how did Rocket Lab do today? So they were up a little bit. I know Rocket Lab was. I believe Rocket Lab was still down. Right? Oh no, Rocket Lab was up a little bit, 0.76. All right, all right, 93 cents. Okay, that's great. All right. I believe I hung on to my shares, or did I sell them? A second here. I like where it's poised right now. This is a good setup for tomorrow. All right, Rocket Lab 2X. What's the spread on the Rocket Lab 2X? 10 cents a share, cheap. All right, I'm going to buy some. Uh, I don't buy stocks when they're doing this, when they're falling like this. But man, when they hit a bottom, and they show me they have a base, right? Um, then I would prefer if it were up over its, I would prefer if it was up over its 200-day moving average, which would put it like 82. But I think Rocket Lab is just a great opportunity. So I'm going to go out and buy some shares. I'm going to buy I bought RKLB. I'm buying the RKLX also, which is the 2X. Okay. All right. So that's MDA. DRN, what was that? Somebody asked about what was the ticker? DRN something, right? Oh, DRNZ. Is that like drones? Okay. I don't have that on my drones list. Rex drone. Oh, it's an ETF. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to put it on my drones list. All right. Let's see what we have in the way of drones. Oh man, it's a shame. I've got one screen. I have to drag a bunch of stuff onto one screen to get it out of the way, so I can do this live session here. Uh, da, 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 da. What you can't see is I'm arranging stuff on a different screen here, and just do here we go. DRNZ, that's a new one. I'll add it to my list here. DRNZ. The DRNZ was actually up today. Okay. Interesting. All right. Who did best in the drone market space today? Swimmer. Okay. And UMAC. Okay. On Swimmer, SWMR, 37%. Ooh. Yeah. Are you familiar with SWMR? Right. If not, now's a good time to Swarmer. Yeah, Swarmer. Okay. Yeah, look at this, up 37% today. There's just so many stocks. I wish I could take a position at all. What was the news? They had some news. They didn't jump like that. Uh, Nothing. Right? Back on the 13th, they won a $2.9 million contract, but why did they jump 37% today? That's crazy. Okay. Crazy. They had gap up overnight. Nuts. Yeah. All right. Missed that one. All right. Okay. All right. So thanks, DRNZ. How's it been looking anyway? It was up today. Let's just click on it here and we'll get it. DRNZ. All right. So it's been having a couple down days. All right. Uh, it had moved really nicely for a while there. If I just take a look at the 20-day chart, you can see it had been dipping down, then it moved up nicely, then it was down, then it was up, then it was down 2 days in a row now. Right? Actually, no, it was up 1.29% today. Right? That looks good, but the price is right. It's a good stock, $28 a share. Right? That looks good. Right? ONDS was up a little bit today. All the drone stocks were up. Yeah, yeah. Unusual Machines was up. Yeah, I traded it today. I made a little bit of money on it. That was nice. Okay. That was up 15%, but not like Swarmer, right? So cool. Right? That's awesome. All right. Uh, Mood, MOOD. Positive sentiment, tactical, Alliance ETF. Man, I have no idea what this company does, right? But I mean, it's really thinly traded, but I kind of like the chart. I mean, it's been looking really good. Like last 5 days, it's been cruising along, right? Uh, so it's an ETF. Let's find out about it. What do we What do we know about it? We'll find out. We can find out anything. Ooh, uh, okay, cruising along. Uh, it's got a relative strength of 77, which is not bad, right? Uh, I mean, it's not gonna conquer the world, but from a daily standpoint, it looks like it's poised to drop a little bit. Not bad. Okay. It was up. It was up. Yeah, this looks good. All right. Nothing wrong with this at all. You have no idea what they do, right? But not bad. It's in its pivot area, which is good, right? Because stocks typically, once they get in their pivot area, they move out of their pivot area up to the profit area, all right? So I'd like to see it break out of here. which would put it up. It would be nice if it got up to like 45.51. But hey, this is moving in the right direction. No complaints here. This is nice. Red, green, and blue, 20, 21, 50, and 200-day moving average. And these little red dots, that's its 10-day moving average. So it's staying above its 10-day moving average very nicely. So that looks nice. All right. Avgo. All right. Yeah, Avgo doesn't disappoint. Every day I'm in Avgo. I make some money on Avgo. And I'm actually holding shares overnight in Avgo. Right. So it was up nicely today. Look at this, 4.7%. Hey, there are people, you know, people smarter than me that think that Avgo is $1,000 stock. Right. They honestly think that Avgo could be $1,000 stock. Uh, 7 to 10 or 12, 7 months to a year from now. Right? That's what they think. Right? I can't disagree with them. It's doing everything right. So, okay, Marvel. Marvel had a good day. I know that because I traded it today. It's up 32% today. Look at that rise. What a great day. Yeah, I didn't have that many shares. So for the day, it was like $236, you know, and I was in and out of it a couple times, but man, look at this rise. Look at this rise after hours. This is awesome. Okay. It closed at 291 and now it's at 310. Oh, you gotta love it. All right. I just wish that Google would get the memo. All right. All right. That's great. Bloom Energy. BE Energy finally started to move today. Right. Um, you can see it had been in the tank and it was up. Right. Now, I didn't hold any shares after the bell. Maybe I should just go out and buy some shares. I didn't make much money on it, like $60. So maybe I'll go buy a few shares. It's so freaking volatile. What's a good number? Six, six. Yes. Okay, back to your list. Let's see what we have on the screen here. Credo. How high do you see it going? Give me a second. I got to write down some other tickers. We did Mood, Marvel, we did BE, Mod, MOD. Oh, Modine Manufacturing. I'm long in Modine Manufacturing. All right. I like that stock. All right. We'll bring it up here. Of course, oh, SYS, SSYS. I've looked at that a bunch of times. Right. Um, TSLA. Tesla didn't have a bad day today. All right. Swarmer. Yes. Share surged. All right. So the Kramer effect. Right. It's like, yeah, I'm joking. I'm laughing because there is I forget what the app is. You can get an app for your cell phone that automatically buys stocks on Robinhood based on like Michael Burry's portfolio, Nancy Pelosi's portfolio. One of them is inverse Kramer. Whatever Kramer does, it does the inverse. All right. Uh, Micron, yeah, we'll do Micron like that. FLS. I don't know what FLS is. Oh, is that First Solar? but that's FLS, that's FSLR. So I don't know. We'll take a look at IONQ. Yeah, IONQ had a decent day. Right, I did trade it today. All right, FLNC. Oh yeah, FLNC. I bought some FLNC yesterday, and then I didn't like the way it was looking. Yeah, copper is hot. I own SCCO. Right, um, copper was up 3.31% today. I bought a couple of. I bought Nugget NUGT, and I also bought Platinum this morning. Um, yeah, I bought Platinum. Platinum was actually down. It was hot this morning. I bought Highcroft Mining, which was down a little bit, but it was up pre-market, and I bought Nugget. But I've been sitting on, and I bought copper a while back, SCCO, right? So that's the copper stock that I have. I think that's one of the popular ones is like what CPS or copper. I know it starts with a C. I forget what it is. Right? Okay. So somebody asked about Credo. Where's Credo going to go? All right. Well, this is probably not the best place to take a look at Credo. Right. The best place to take a look at Credo is here. So we'll do the stocks from Market Search. Right. It gives me a much better, gives me a much more insight. This is where I do my screening anyway. Right. So, so here's Credo. All right. Look at these numbers: 137% increase in earnings per share in this year, 41% next year. So clearly, it. I think 2026 is Credo's big year. All right. Now they don't chart where its pivot and its profit area is because they for some reason they can't figure it out. All right. But here's what I can tell you. You see this line right here? That's the earnings line. Let me turn off the price tracking. Right? Drive me nuts. Okay. Good stocks follow their earnings. Look at this. All right. And they keep getting closer. And you can see what happened here. Look at this. Credo was on this run. It was on this tear. It got up. It hit its earnings line. Okay. People didn't like its earnings, and it fell, but it's coming right back again. All right. So because they had freaking extraordinary earnings, like 231%. Right. It was crazy. Right. So I think that Credo, you know, this is the weekly chart. Right. It doesn't show the real volatility. Right. But I think Credo, I think you could be looking at a $340 stock at least, maybe more. Right? I mean, look at this. It had one, two, three, four, 5 days, and then a pullback. 2 days of pullback. A nice day. Chances are we're going to have another nice day tomorrow. Right? Do I own any shares of Credo right now? Oh, that's right. I just went out and I bought 10. Okay. All right. I just bought 10 shares. All right. So Credo, I think Credo, you could be looking at Credo long, right? Really. Headquartered, Cayman Islands. Yeah, sure. Okay. Tax purposes. All right. But they've got like incredible earnings, for 26 and 27. It's got an RS rating of 96. It's got a composite rating of 99. You don't get any better than that. All right. Accumulation distribution rating of A plus. That means that funds are buying are buying this stock, and I mean it's in the biggest funds. Lord have it. Hey, I've been in their headquarters. I installed. I did a nice project for them about 6 years ago. They're right on the Hudson, right on the East River. Beautiful offices in Jersey City, New Jersey. All right. So, uh, yeah, they're they're owned by the biggest funds. Right. Look at this. The number of funds actually did drop a little bit, but it's still buying more shares. So this looks great. What's its up down ratio? Down ratio 1.9. So for every day that it's down, it's up it's almost up 2 days. It's up 1.9 days for every day that it's down. So yeah, Credo's good. Absolutely. Look at these freaking earnings. That's kind of crazy. The stochastics, the weekly stochastics show it rising, right? Right here. Right? What's the daily? Daily shows it going up, I'm sure. It shows it possibly a little bit flat, but I don't believe that. 60-minute chart. Let's take a look at 60-minute. A little bit volatile, but you know, this was a big gap down. But man, that's right, earnings. Then it came right back. All right. So, okay, that looks good. All right. That that's someplace else here. Anyway, that get rid of this code. You don't need to see that. Right. That's my AI code trying to predict whether stocks will gap up or not. Okay. Let's get back to Credo. Okay. So that's Credo. Modine Manufacturing. Yeah, MOD. You can look at Modine today because it's in my retirement account. And Modine was, oh, baby, look at that. 6.37% up. Love it. Okay. What a great day. Right. And the cool part is that Modine got hammered on its earnings last week. Look at this. Right. It had earnings and boom, it went from 323 down to like 271. And I bought back in a couple of days ago, right? I think I bought back in on the 28th. So it's had a nice rise since then, right? SSYS. Catherine was asking about SSYS. Um, nice, but it's flat right now. Okay. So you bought in today and it was down just a little bit today, right? So why is it flat right now? Okay. So it came off this low. It's gotten flat over here. What's going on with it? All right. Why isn't it rising? See what the see what they say about it here. So it had this nice rise. All right. This looks good. What do we know about the company? Manufactures 3D printers. RS rating of 60, which is not great. But hey, look at this, man. So it had a pullback. This was overdue for a pullback. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days up. And then it pulled back. Perfectly normal, right? Perfectly normal. So this is nice. Uh, Stochastics show it moving up, right? I'd like to see these two a little bit further apart. They're getting a little bit close, right? But that's only because it went down today. But you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, and anytime you're getting ready to buy in a stock, if it has been up like more than 5 days in a row, you may want to wait, okay? Because that's pretty serious. For some reason, one of my lights just went off there. This light, what's going on? It goes off again. That's really nice light under one of my monitors here. Stayed on. All right. Okay. So uh, this looks good, right? Definitely. I mean, it's not going to take over the world. You know, earnings are down this year. Sales are up a little bit. Right? So I'm not going to say anything bad about it. It's moving in the right direction. All right. Tesla. I traded some Tesla today. I actually have it long. Right. I day trade it and I have it. I have it long anyway in my retirement account. Um, what was Tesla? Tesla was up a little bit today. Right. So you can see here that Tesla, they're showing Tesla as in a consolidation right now. Okay. It's developing a nice base, right? And and chances are this could go on for, I don't know, when are earnings due? 57 days. So don't be surprised if Tesla just goes sideways for 57 days. All right. When's the SpaceX IPO? That's supposed to happen sometime next month, right? They haven't picked a date yet because I haven't gotten anything from Robinhood about whether I want to buy in. So yeah, it's kind of Tesla's kind of going sideways right now. Right. I wouldn't expect it to do anything. You know, it could bounce between like what's it 422 right now and like 453. Just could bounce around up and down in that range until it breaks out. Right. So that's why I have it. That's why I have it long. You know, because I know it's probably not going to do much. You know, until it gets close to earnings. But you know, they're a ways away. Uh, Marvel. We already did Marvel. Marvel was a marvel today. It was crazy. A great day. Right? Is it up like 20%, something like that today? 32%. Insane, right? Micron. Yes, Micron. Okay. Uh, Micron's another that people think could go to like $2,000 a share, right? I mean, it was up 2.7% today, right? It was great. And it's even up after hours. If I zoom in here, you'll see it's still going up after hours, right? Well, it closed here a little bit flat. Okay, that looks great. FLS. Somebody asked about FLS. I don't know what FLS is. Flowserve, huh? Okay. I've heard the name. Um, I mean, it had a decent day, but let's see what's the big picture look like. Great, right? I don't like the way it's moving. I mean, it was up to 92, then it slid down to what 88, and now it's down to 78. And it slid on earnings. You can see they had earnings here, so it dropped literally. It was at 85 after earnings, it dropped to 76, and then it's gotten weaker since then. And finally, it found support here at 63 and started to move back up. Uh, I don't know anything about the company. I don't know what they do. Um, they had some news last week. All right, Flowserve sees double digit adjusted EPS. All right, uh, it's just not it's not a hot stock. All right, I mean literally. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's had growth this year. Started the year at what 50 a share, and now it's at 75. So, you know, but it's been a rocky road to get there. Especially, you know, this is kind of ugly. You know, you hate to see something like this, right? You'd rather see you'd rather see a chart that looks like this, which is one of my favorites. Okay, Carpenter Research. which was up a little bit today, but it's $487 stock. Look at this growth, 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 growth. A little, a little, hiccup here, and then boom, right? And I got in right here. Okay, I watched this pullback, right, and I jumped in. So it's a great stock. I think Eaton had a decent day too. I'll get to your other stocks here. Yeah, Eaton was up 4.38% today. Yeah, I like Eaton. It's in my long portfolio. Right. So that's FLS. IONQ. Okay. IONQ up 3% today. Really nice. Okay. Had a really nice day. Let's just zoom in on it. It's got some volatility as high as 72 and as low as 69. Well, that's not bad. A couple dollars, right? It's a little bit flat after hours. I'm surprised to see this, right? It closed here at what, like 70, 71, and now it's at 70. It dropped a little bit, but it's a volatile stock. Let's take a look at the 20-day. You know, up nicely, hit this, pulled back a little bit, but that's not uncommon. All right, that's not uncommon. All right, I mean, looks good. Right, FLNC, yes. I think, yeah, maybe it was you asked about this. Fluence, right? Yeah, Fluence had a really nice gap up yesterday. Had a big day, right? And today it followed through with a nice, anytime a stock can jump like this and then hold it the following day, that's a really good sign, right? That's a really good sign. Not only hold it, but exceed it, right? So this looks really nice, right? Yeah, this is a nice looking chart, very nice looking. Right. Take a sip, and then we'll go back to your list. Coherent, is it a good time to sell? Well, I'm going to give you my opinions on Coherent, right? We did MU. MU looks good. ASIS, we'll check that out. T-Tech, ATEK, um, VIA, okay? Let's talk about Coherent, all right? Let's just bring up the chart. Oh, yeah, Constellation Energy. I lost track of them. They were moving up real nice last week. Hopefully they're continuing, all right? AMTM, okay, Dino, right? So, uh, Coherent, VIA, okay, yeah, I got it here. I9, I'm writing that down. Right. I got Coherent, ASIS, TTAC, VIA, Constellation Energy, AMTM, and I think that's it. We got ASIS on the list here. Oh, Rubric, RBRK. All right, I got them. Let's do Coherent first. So Coherent had this really nice jump up, okay? And I'm still sitting on it. Right? I didn't do too bad. I only had a few shares. Right? $170 on it. Okay. So um, I'm gonna pull over my market search chart. So I really want to show you that. Okay, for Coherent because Coherent I think is potentially $1,000 stock. zoom out on this. Look at this growth. All right. It just keeps going up. 123, 168, 209, 300, 364, 413. Now it's at 428. All right. This is like a tremendous growth stock. And 55% increase in earnings, 51% next year, 21% increase in sales, 36%. All right, that's not enormous, but they do have an A plus accumulation distribution rating, right, which is big, right? Uh, the other thing here is that 15% of people, there are some people shorting it, that's surprisingly high. But look at this, look at the earnings here. Look at this, all right? This is this is what tells you that this stock is going to go to, you know, what are we looking at here? 2 months from March here. I mean, in 2 months, this stock could be $650 in 2 months. All right. That's why and beyond. Seriously, all right. The best lies ahead for this stock, in my opinion. All right, it's crazy. All right, this is a this is absolutely, at least a $600, $700 stock, in my opinion. Right? And I like it. All right. Actually, I'm only sitting on my 2 shares. I should go out and buy some more shares. 427, 429, no big deal. Let's buy it. It's a great day. So just bigger go. Okay, that looks great. All right. Yeah. I don't, if, listen, if you made a lot of money, here's what I would do. If you're sitting on a nice piece of profit and you're worried, then sell some of your shares. Sell like 40%, maybe 50%, right? You can always buy back in, right? But, sometimes you don't get a second chance to take profits, but I don't see, listen, if this is a predictable stock. Look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4 days pullback. 1 day pullback. 1, 2, 3, 4 days pullback. 1, 2, 3 days pullback. 1, 2, 3 days pullback. 1, 2, 3, 4 days pullback. 2 days pullback. 1, 2 days pullback. 1, 2, 3 days pullback, pullback. 1, 2 days, two pullbacks. But the market's been kind of crazy past couple of days. But look at this. It goes up 2 or 3 days, then it has a pullback. Then it goes up another 2 or 3 days, has a pullback. It's it's like it's predictable, all right? And the RS line, its relative strength line, keeps increasing. You know, it's moving. All three of its moving averages are moving together, right? And its earnings line keeps going up. Yeah. So this is like one of the stocks that that everyone should want to want to be a coherent. Okay, seriously, if we just zoom out on this, I mean, look at this. This is a thing of beauty, right? They don't get any prettier than this. I mean, yeah, you know, this is the tariff scare. This is the November. This is the tariff scare here. Right? Oh no, that's way back. Right? I'm only looking at 180 days. This is crazy, man. What growth? What growth? All right. So yeah, I would sell my coherent. I would sell some of it. Okay, ACES. Nice looking chart. It's gotten choppy lately. All right. It's really gotten choppy. past couple of, yeah, this is a little annoying, you know. A lot of stocks have been going up. This one, two, three, 3 days down in a row, and then it's back up. Uh, what I don't like is that technically this stock is really going sideways. If you look at it, look what happens here. It goes down to about $19 a share and then it bounces, right? And it started this behavior right after earnings, right? So 19, 22, back down, 19. This time it went to 23, went all the way up to 24. Now it's back down around 19 and it's back up again. You know, it got here, it hit some resistance and bounced back down. So technically, this stock's going sideways, right? It's really not. You know, right now it's going sideways, right? And that's kind of new behavior for it because in the past it's going up, it's going down, right? Now, granted, this was sideways action here, right? So for 2 months, it bounced around right in this area and then it broke out. So I have a feeling it's going to bounce around in this area for, I don't know, how long has this been? 511 to 6-1, that's 1 month. How long was this one? 2-9 to 330, right? That was almost 2 months. So this thing could bounce around a little bit more before it breaks out again. But at least it has a behavior of it keeps going up. So they're doing something right. Okay? They're doing something right. So chances are it's probably going to go sideways a little bit further before it breaks out. Okay? Vive earnings tomorrow. All right. Write that down. I've been getting risky frisky lately and holding through earnings. All right, all right, all right. T-Tech. We're going to do T-Tech via Constellation Energy, AMTM, INOD, INOD, Rubric. All right. Then we'll take a look at Vive. All right. See if it's been really strong. All right. T-Tech, TTEK. Tetra Tech. Oh, yes. Tetra Tech. No, no, no. This is like an emphatic no. And oh no, the, the penguin says no. Okay? Do it. Get out of this stock. Right? If I read it, I would have been out a long time ago. Right? I would have been out after earnings. This day that it dropped like a hot rock after earnings, it went from 40 down to 35. I would have been out. Okay. You know, stocks have to prove to me that they that they are deserving of my money. All right. Okay. Uh, Iran. I'm going to write it down here. Back to your list via VIA. Never heard of this company. Via Trans something. But oh man, look at the chart. The chart is telling you what to do. All right. And it means the penguin would run. Okay. The penguin would run. It would be out of here. Okay. In short order. No. It's like this is terrible. This is about as ugly as they get. Okay. I think the only thing as ugly as this was what's that? That exchange in the UK? I forget what it is. All right, their stock is in the tag too. All right, Constellation Energy. Did they finally get some traction? No, no. Constellation Energy just can't seem to pull itself out of a rut. You know, look at this. This is like ugly, ugly, ugly. It's up and then it's down. It's up and it's down. It's up and then it's down. It's like 257, 300. Now it's down again. This is a this. I don't get it. You know, they should be treating this as like a nuclear play, and they treat it as an energy utility. And nobody buys utilities, right? It's a shame. It just has, it's got a bad rap. That's the problem. It just has a bad rap, right? AMTM, find out here. Momentum Holdings. No, NO. I mean, look at this, 38 down to 23. No, and it's not, and it dropped even more on its most recent earnings. Yeah, I'd be out of this. Right? It's below all three of its moving averages. No, right? This is this is not going to get invited to the red, white, and blue America 250 celebration. Not doing this. All right, sorry. INOD. I have traded this many times in the past. I haven't looked at it lately. Innodata. Okay. Man, it caught fire. Past couple days. Let's just do 20 days. What's 20 days look like? Okay. Cruised up, had earnings, gapped up a little bit, jumped up on earnings, jumped up even more, then kind of petered out, and then kind of creeped back up. You know, it's like a little stair stepper here. And now it's up to 114, right? And it had a down day. So Fabrinet, one of my favorite stocks. I just wrote it down. Hey, let's take a look at INOD. Let's see what the deal is. Right? And this big gap up. That's weekly. So the weekly looks really good, right? Earnings earnings aren't bad. Right? If I were to look at this and say, would I be in this? I would say maybe. All right, it's not bad. This scares me. This giant dip. You know, I really, me personally, I like to see ones that are just kind of like cruising along with like little dips now and then, but this guy is like herky jerky, right? It's like an EKG of somebody having a heart attack down here. All right. 17% earnings increase in 2026, 56% next year. I mean, funds are buying it. It's got an accumulation rating of A, right? But this just really scares me, right? What's it going to do? You know, I mean, it's done something really nice in the past, and then boom, it died. Now it's doing something nice again. What's going to happen to it? Again, I go back to one of my favorites. Right? This is what this is really what I want my charts to look like. Right? This is what I like. Okay? Nice and smooth. No big surprises. All right. A little flat section here last year, but this is what I really like. All right. I sleep better at night knowing that I have this kind of history behind the stock. Okay. So I'm not going to say anything bad about INOD. It's just like I'd be waiting for the hammer to fall on INOD based on what I've seen performance in the past. All right, it's had some nice runs and then it falls. A nice run, then it falls. Now it's got another nice run. What's going to happen to it? Okay, so uh, okay, rubric RBRK. Okay, nice run up. It fell today, but it wouldn't bother me. All right, it wouldn't bother me. Not after, not after this kind of growth. All right. Is there any reason why shares of software companies are down as the sector sells off from its previous strength? That Rubrik obtains access to Anthropic's Mythos research preview as part of Project Glasswing. All right, well, that's kind of cool. All right, right. So I think it just, I think it just got it was considered software. So you know, let's do this. Let's just do this. I have an idea here. I always have an idea. Okay, so here's Rubrik. Giant, giant earnings this year. All right, 1%, one minus 1 cent up to 18 cents, and then 222 next year. These are big numbers. Okay, these are big numbers. But yet it was down a little bit today. It was down 3.2%, $2.74. Who are its competitors? Oh, BlackBerry, CrowdStrike, Fortinet. Okay, in the same group, right? So it's one of the weaker ones. BlackBerry is rated 97 relative strength. CrowdStrike, which I traded today. Fortinet, which I traded. I don't trade Digimark. PanW. Yeah, I've been trading PanW lately. Right. Uh, the only thing that bothers me about this is that like this big gap down. All right. Now it's coming on really strong. All right. What's going to happen? That does scare me a little bit. But I mean, it looks good. And it's only got a relative strength rating of 69. Right. I really like my stocks to be like 85s or better. Right. Earnings look like? Earnings aren't bad. I mean, this is nice. I mean, the earnings look good. They're moving up. So this doesn't look bad. I mean, if you like the company and you're committed to it, I would definitely stay in it because it has. I mean, it's been on a tear, since the beginning of April. I mean, look at this. Look at these numbers. It just keeps climbing. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days pullback, 3 days pullback, 2 days pullback, 3 days pullback, pullback, pullback. 1, 2, 3 days pullback, another day pullback. This 1, 2, 3, 4 days, 1, 2, 3 big days, and finally a pullback, which is not uncommon, right? That's just normal and customary, right? So I like it. Right? IREN. Let's take a look at IREN. See what's going on with IREN. Man, oh man, whew, after hours, my my Robinhood account jumped. Chippy jumped like huge, big numbers here. It was up $3,600 today, but after hours, $886. Man, God, I'll take it. My birthday's coming up. I have to take her and all of her friends out to dinner and foot the bill. It's going to be like $1,000 meal, right? Okay, she's worth it though. All right, so what are we going to look at next? IREN. All right, I need it. My Gal stock was down $9,000 today. Okay, but that's all right. I know it'll come back. So IREN was up today. All right, look at this. Like really nice pattern here. Um, if I zoom out, how's IREN look this year? I mean, it's getting the job done, but it's ugly. All right, it's up and then it's down, and it's up and then it's down, and it's up. But it has been moving up really nicely since the beginning of April. Look at this. All right, you can't argue with the trend. All right, this looks really good. Right, I didn't trade. Oh, I'm actually sitting on. Yeah, I made a little bit of money. I'm actually sitting on 10 shares of IREN right now. All right, and I made some money today. Not much. All right, so this is nice. Okay, it's nice. Yeah, definitely. I'll be staying in this one. Okay. Um, Fabrinet, FN. Um, it had a really nice bounce back. I bought it before the market opened this morning because it had gapped up. I bought it like right around here, so it had a really good day. Right, 639 up to 704. Yeah, I only had two shares, but it made okay. Right, this was this is long overdue. It needs to come back, and I think it made a statement today. Right, um, it covered what one. I mean, if you look back, it's jumped today. Put it where it was like 4 days ago. One, two, three. Yeah. All right. Really, it's higher. You have to go back 5 days. All right, to see where it was today. This was a huge jump. Okay. Yeah, I like Fabrinet long anyway. I just like the company. Right. All right. Let's see what you got here on the screen, and I'll do a few more. It's at 6 o'clock. All right. Give me a second here. I have to minimize and move some screens around here. We did Iran. Iran. Did I miss Vive? Oh no. All right. We're going to do Vive. That'll be our last one. You say Vive has earnings tomorrow. I haven't looked at Vive in a long time. All right. This looks nice. All right. It was down 3% today, but let's just zoom out. Oh, this has been really ugly. Okay. That's why I haven't touched it in a while. Uh, so it was at 155. Now it's at 184. Right. Let's see what Market Surge has to say about Vive. Probably nothing good. Okay. Right. Wow. We have a relative strength rating of 22. Ooh, that's about as bad as it gets. All right. Uh, Only up 9%. Look at they've had this is what this is bad. Look at these earnings per share up 34, 2021, 30%, 20, 15%, 13%, 36%, 23%. Boom, 9%. And they look at these sales increases 28, 30, 10%, 16, 16. So this is a bad year for Vive. All right, bad year. Right. I mean, the earnings don't look bad, but the problem is it's competing against a bunch of companies who have like earnings per share increases of 100, 150, 200%. So it's just been dropping 245, 205, 175, and I mean, it's making a little comeback, but I wouldn't touch this stock. It's just, I mean, they're going to have like blowout earnings, to make up. Um, what kind of news what are they saying about it? All right. It's really, they don't get much press coverage, except that back on the 18th, Oppenheimer maintains outperform on Viva Systems, targets 225. Right. Well, that's the kiss of death. Whatever they say a stock is going to go up, it immediately goes down. Right. This is one I wouldn't touch right now. Right. It just, I mean, it's not bad. Uh, I mean, look at it's right around. It's trading above its moving averages here. All right, which is good. Red, white, and blue. All right. So it's above all three of its moving averages. But I wouldn't touch it. Okay. But if you're a risk taker, you could buy it and see what happens after earnings tomorrow. Right? It could go up. It could go down. Right? All right. That's going to wrap it up for me today. All right. This was great. Thanks everyone for joining in. No, you didn't miss Steve. Okay. All right. Okay, we're good. All right. Good turnout today. Thanks everyone, and thanks for the coins. All right. Uh, I appreciate it. And what's tomorrow? Wednesday. Okay, cool. Wednesday. Hopefully it'll be a good day. All right. Hopefully Google will go up. I would have been up extraordinarily well today if Google had broken even. Okay. So, but that's okay. I still was up. All right. Okay.